show. We are in a pre-roll right now. If you're joining us, you're watching us on YouTube, and we're recording this show for broadcast a little later on in the week. And you're seeing a little behind the scenes. In fact, what you don't know is Randy Rocky is in a meeting right now and also doing the radio show. That is multitasking at a very high level.
Yeah, I will be ready as soon as you roll the radio, I promise.
Okay.
I will get out of the meeting. I'll walk out.
All right. And then son Greg is in his new house that he's just moved into. New house.
Working. It's a work in progress right now. There's lots of things going on.
Yep. All right. Work that microphone like that. That works. Okay. Here we go, guys. Coming at us in 3, 2, 1. News Radio 840 WHAS. Good Sunday morning. Bob Sokoler and the Louisville Real Estate Show with you for the next 30 minutes or so. And we are recording this for rebroadcast, and we are coming from our different locations. Randy Rocky from Swan Financial is coming from his offices and also a meeting that he's attending. And you can reach Randy anytime, even during the show and during the meeting, at 645-0736. We have got Lee Harris.
Hello, Bob.
Hey there, Randy.
I am out of the meeting now.
All right, he stepped out. We've got Lee Harris, legal counsel, Limestone Title and Escrow, and you can reach Lee at 649-7964. And I think you're coming to us from your house right now. Like
my newly renovated house.
Good for you. Good for you. Speaking of new homes, son Greg is coming to us from his new house in Norton Commons.
Howdy.
Moved in this week, so good to see you there, sir. He does all of our marketing, pictures, and so much more. And again, you can reach me anytime on my cell phone to help you list and sell your home. And you can reach me anytime at 376-5483. Speaking of helping you to sell your home, something brand new we are trying out. We don't know how big of a turnout we're going to have on this. Mark your calendars, July 23rd, folks, from 7 to 9 p.m. I know Randy's on board for that. Lee, you're invited. Greg, of course, you are. It's a home selling seminar. So there are a lot of questions, a lot of similarities between different homes. Even though the homes may be different, the questions are the same. So we're going to go over a variety of things, some 10 different variables when it comes to selling your home. So, for example, the most common pricing pitfalls, market insights so you don't have to contend with making smart decisions to avoid missing out on offers, tips for negotiation, the best online marketing, how to stage your home, a simple way to get rid of all the stuff from years over that accumulated in your home, and it goes on and on. So that, mark your calendars, send me an email, we'll get you signed up. It's free of charge and no obligation. July 23rd from 7 to 9 p.m., and it'll be a Zoom call, so we'll send you the links and where to sign up as soon as that gets published. Send an email, bob@WeSellLouisville.com, and just put selling workshop. Easy enough. Selling workshop in the subject line. All right, let's move on. Big week for home sales locally and around the nation. The deal that's going on, folks, is what's happening. The normal pent-up home buying process was pushed back in the year a little bit because of COVID. And then on top of that, rates have dropped dramatically. Randy, where are we seeing, I know you can't be specific, but the averages for a good credit rating, where are we seeing things right now in terms of interest rates?
Yes, they are in the high 2s to mid 2s on a 15-year, high 2s on a 30-year to low 3s. So they're wonderful right now. So
yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Lee, in terms of closings, I know I've been at your office a couple of times this past week for our clients, and it's always packed. How are you handling this onslaught of closings all of a sudden after the pandemic?
It's just, we're just, we got them stacked 3 deep every hour. So we're just trying to make sure that everything goes smoothly. Cause if one goes over, it's kind of like the the next one doesn't go and the next one doesn't go, so yeah, it's been great though. We're just handling the volume, and we've got a lot of people that close for us. And so really it's been fantastic.
So, and Greg, you're about to be, you're moved in, but yours is a model home that was being built for Homeorama, which is no longer in play, so you were able to.
Yeah,
move
well,
into that
the
moving
BIA,
forward.
they're still doing virtual. Everything is going to be online. They're just acting, as if, they're still going to put on for the vendors and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, I mean, this market's been insane. Inventory is just weird. We talk about how much volume is still going through, but I saw again today is we're under 2,000 homes on the market for sale, and it's just they're moving as fast as they come on the market, and we're just seeing crazy things like we've never seen before.
Actually, we're well under 2,000. Typically, this time of year, 3,500, 4,000, 4,500 homes on the market. As of this morning, there was 1,850 homes on
Yeah,
the market.
yeah.
This is being a little earlier in the week.
That's really unbelievable. That's
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
really low.
Which
Yeah.
is why this is such a great time to start thinking about selling. The National Association of Realtors produces a housing affordability index, which takes 3 factors into account, determines an overall affordability score for housing. They take into accounting mortgage rates, which, as you just heard Brandy Rocky from Swan talk about, mortgage payments as a percentage of income, and then home prices. The higher the index, the more affordable it is to purchase a home. So if we look at a graph, and I can just read this out to you, if we go back to 1990, the affordability index was 108. At the peak in 2012, as the market started to recover and the prices of homes went way down, the number went up to 197. As of today, that number is 172, which is incredible because last year it was at 162, and the year before that 148. So this really, what it's telling us here is that homes are more affordable than ever because, let's face it, paychecks have gone up for a lot of people. I understand a lot of folks have been laid off or don't have a job. We understand that and we sympathize with you on that. But for overall, real estate will help drive the economy back to getting you a new job if you have lost your job. So the bottom line is, if you feel you're ready to buy, purchasing a home this season may save you significantly over time based on historic affordability trends. And so the bottom line is, if you're thinking about selling or buying, you can always reach out to me at 376-5483. We would love to help you. The next thing we want to talk about as we move forward on today's show, and by the way, coming up a little later in today's show, 9 things you should always do on a Monday. So 9 things to put on your schedule to do tomorrow, right? Make sense?
Got enough already. I need 9 more.
I
We got 9 more.
Yeah.
can't wait to find out.
You'll see. All right. So here's the thing, guys. If polled by a company,
Why Monday, Bob?
because the start of a week.
Tuesday.
It depends on what your work week is,
Yeah, it's the start of a week. So a recent survey of sellers.
I like it.
I know, so do I.
very interesting. Go ahead.
We're going to get into that later. Hang with me. That's a few minutes away. A recent survey by home sellers, of home sellers, a company called Quadristics, said that 87% of people they polled were concerned their home would not sell because of the pandemic and resulting economic recession. Of the respondents, 51% said they are seriously worried, and that coincides with concern about the current condition of the economy. So this sets up a precedent for why a lot of homes, as we talked about a few minutes ago, they're only midweek of last week, 1,850 homes on the market in the Louisville area. This is why a lot of people are possibly thinking they're not going to get their money if they put their home on the market. So we are here to tell you, you will get your money and then some based on the lack of homes and the glut of buyers. There are a lot of buyers who are constantly looking for that.
I just had a conversation with a seller the other day, for that matter. There's a lot of fear about where to go, obviously, in jobs, but the buyer pool, people are bending their criteria of what they would have said, okay, I want this home. I have to have these 3 things. Well, now if you find a home with just this one thing, because the inventory, they're bending those rules, and there's people moving into condo. I mean, things are just flying off the shelves. It's really unprecedented.
And Randy, I know you are swamped with refinances, including one with me, but you're also with new home purchases. I suspect you are swamped as well in that regard. Is that right? He's working on something. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, we're having record numbers. I always want more business, but we are having record numbers here. Yes, without question. And We do a lot of volume, so it's been really. I was in that meeting
Yep.
talking about our volume. So yes, to answer your question.
So just so you know, the latest existing home sales report published by the National Association of Realtors this past week revealed that 340,000 single-family homes sold in the country last month. NAR's most recent pending sales report, which is, of course, pending stands for homes going onto or into contract, surpassed last month's number by over, get a load of this, 44%.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, not all the pending are going to
Wow.
close because they may fall out because of inspections or financing, but 44% right now over last month, which was also high. Now, Showing Time, which is a company that we use to schedule showings, and a lot of agents in
Most, yeah, a lot of the country uses Showing Time.
Yep. They reported that appointments to see homes, both virtually and in person, have increased in every region of the country and are up, get a load of this, 21.4% nationwide over the same time last year. So what we are seeing is that there has been a pent-up demand to buy homes. The fact that we're at 1,850 homes on the market, don't get fooled by that. That doesn't mean that there aren't homes coming on the market. It just means that homes that are coming on the market are being purchased that quickly, within a day or two of going on the market. In fact, we're seeing homes actually in the different price ranges, typically lower in the $100,000 to $350,000 price range. We're seeing them fought over with multiple offers within a matter of a day or two. So I don't know if, Randy, we still have appraisal problems. I know you and all mortgage companies have to deal with that. If a contract comes in for $300,000 and the appraiser only says it's worth $250, then $250,000, then the whole thing falls apart. You with me, Randy? Looks like he's in the middle of something. Randy, are you there?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah,
So,
I'm here.
okay.
They have the $250,000. We're not having many appraisal problems, Bob. Very, very rarely, to be quite blunt. More.
Well, we're getting breakup with you really badly on this audio, just so you know. Check to see if you're on Wi-Fi or not, because it's almost like you're crawling. Anyway, the point is here, while buyer activity is surging, the number of listings has fallen to an all-time low, not because people aren't putting them on the market, it's because they're being absorbed or purchased that quickly. So when buyer activity is struggling, the number of listings has fallen to an all-time low. This means bidding wars are heating up, and they're heating up again. On average, there are about 3 offers on a home that closed in May. That's up from about 2 offers in April of 2020. So now 3 offers instead of 2 on one home. And in May of 2019, there were 2.3 offers. So we're seeing this increase of the multiple offers that are coming online, being offered, which should give everybody who's thinking about selling pause to think, okay, now's the time to get it on the market. Hopefully Randy's back. That's how you just brought in.
I just wanted to say on the appraisals, we're having very few problems on value.
Good. Is that because you think appraisers are understanding there's a bidding war and they're giving a little more leeway for prices that might be up right now?
No, I really don't. And because Bob, they really do have to go by, the standard appraisal guidelines within the last, 3 months, or really they like them in the last 45 days if possible. I just think for whatever reason, it's just not, they're getting whatever the price is, we're coming in on the appraisal amount. And that's a good question, but we're having very, very few problems with that.
Well, I think it's cyclical, right? Because, it's definitely, they have the guidelines to go off of, but when you have steady growth and you have inventory and supply and demand, you can only go one way when demand is up and supply is low. That's just the natural habitat of the market. And I think it makes it easier for them to appraise some properties that may have in the past had some issues, and they look closer maybe because they know there's not many other out there. The comps are in plentiful abundance now because there's so many selling when they come up on the market. And they don't have many other options to not appraise it, honestly.
Yeah, and Lee, by the time they get to you at closing over at Limestone, the appraisal's been done. and you're seeing things move along fairly steadily, I think, right?
Been very smooth. I mean, it really has been. It's just a unique situation when we would have thought that, with everybody being, a lot of people being laid off and all of this kind of stuff, we would have thought things would have slowed down, but it's really the opposite. And it's steady and smooth, really.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't take these numbers to skew for real estate agents. Obviously, we keep saying, the numbers are there. Obviously, they're selling, they're going as fast as they come up. But for agency, now I look at Randy and Lee, and they get to have the fruits of these labors. I know a lot of agents who are having a tougher time because it's more dog eat dog, Shark Tank in the agents world, where it filters down to you guys. So you guys are still seeing that volume of real estate. But as far as the majority, we had so many agents join on and in membership. The newer agents, the younger agents in this time are certainly seeing a harder time, because this is where it's important to have a steady, seasoned agent who knows how to write contracts properly, who knows verbiage, who knows terms, who has an ecosystem around them. Because if you don't, you are on the losing end of those offers, and you will, and that's where you start to see some struggle.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about 9 things you should always do on a Monday, since it's tomorrow. A reminder, we're recording this show, and if you'd like to see a rebroadcast of it live with some beginning and end post and past banter, you can go to LouisvilleAnswers.com. That's LouisvilleAnswers.com. If you want to see what sellers are saying about us, go to LouisvilleSellersTalk.com or go to LouisvilleZillow.com to read what they're saying about us. And if you would like to set up an appointment, you can go to LouisvilleHouseDoctors.com. We do make house calls, and we do not charge extra. Those are free of charge. A reminder, our seller workshop, July 23rd, 7 to 9 p.m. Send me an email. It's free. Zoom from 7 to 9 p.m. No obligation. July 23rd. Send an email, bob@wesellouisville.com, and then put the seller workshop in the subject line. We'll get you a link to sign up for that. We'll take a break. Back in a moment on News Radio 840 WHAS. News Radio 840 WHAS, Bob Sokoler and the Louisville Real Estate Show with you. We are coming from each of our individual offices or homes. Sounds like a little blips going on with the recording. We're using our Zoom once again, and joining us as we have for the first part of the show, Lee Harris, legal counsel, Limestone Title and Escrow at 649-7964, coming to us from her house. Randy Rocky, Swan Financial at 645-0736. They do a great job in getting the job done, and he's coming to us from his office. My son Greg's joining us from his new home over in Norton Commons. And then you can reach me anytime on my cell phone, 376-5483. We are desperately looking for homes to list because we keep selling them. And that's part of what we're talking about, how busy this market is, well beyond what anybody would have anticipated. In fact, there were predictions that the market would up. There's a lot of noise going on there in the background, you guys. So hold those phones steady. A lot of noise. There were predictions that the market was going to heat up dramatically, and we've blown the doors off of those predictions, well above and beyond, not only locally but nationally, which is great news. All right, tomorrow, as you know, is Monday. Here's some things you should always do on a Monday. Some of these are surprises. I thought this might be an interesting topic to bring up. Start a diet. According to experts, the first day of the week provides a refreshing opportunity to start anew.
Perspective.
There you go. Here's one that you may not have thought of. Schedule a surgery. Researchers already know the morning is the safest time of day to go under the knife. It's when hospital staffs are most alert and least likely to make a mistake. The same earlier is better approach applies to the days of the week as well. The risk of death after undergoing a non-emergency surgery is lowest on Monday, and it goes up every day of the week thereafter.
Whoa.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Food for thought, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Fill up your gas tank. If you drove a lot over the weekend, need to fill up your tank, wait until Monday to hit the gas station. If you do, you'll almost definitely get a better deal. According to research, prices go down. GasBuddy.com says prices go down, and never fill up on a Thursday. That's when prices are the highest, preparing for the weekend.
Yeah, makes sense.
It does make sense. Gossip with your coworkers. This I guess is
Monday. Water cooler Mondays, baby. Come on. gather around, talk your talk about the shows and what happened. Now we do that every day though too. You got to do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Except we're in a post-pandemic deal here where not a lot of people are gathering around a water cooler, maybe a Zoom meeting.
Zoom call with a picture of a water cooler. There you go.
Also, and here you'll see why I'm using this story. On a Monday, Monday is the best day to buy a house. Even if you're in the market for a new home, you'll want to be strategic with the day of the week. You close the deal.
Worst day is Friday. Sorry, I didn't mean to. That's to drive it home. The worst day to schedule closing is Friday.
It could mean major savings or major losses. Monday is the best day to close, according to the House Data Recovery Realty Track. People who seal the deal then tend to get prices that are an average, this is bizarre, an average of 2.3% below market value. Thursday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you didn't know that? Thursdays are the worst day to close a deal. Closing then will get you a price just 1% below market value. Experts say it's because sellers are less likely to get amazing offers early in the week, which means they're more inclined to consider mediocre ones.
Well, aside from just price, Lee, what happens on a Friday at 5 o'clock when the loan, when the processing doesn't happen and everyone has to go home and you're stuck there trying to close a loan?
Yeah, I mean, Fridays are the day that everybody wants to close because the reason being, of course, that they want to move on the weekend, right? So that's why Fridays are the busiest and Fridays are the, but yeah, we nobody goes home at 5 o'clock on Fridays.
Yeah. Well, and my other thing is if it doesn't go down, Saturday, Sunday, most places are closed. So if you have a slip up on a Friday, you're usually waiting that weekend until you can get things back going again.
Well, I'll go one step further. Lee, the end of the month, regardless of what day it ends on, tell us what that's like.
Well, the end of the month is the busiest day. And when the end of the month happens to be a Friday, that's a super busy day. But, it's because you're paying less, interest and you're getting a free month, And so a lot of people want to start as late as they can in the month so that, they're paying less of that, interest and they're getting maybe sometimes almost 2 months before they have to make a payment. So
yeah, let's flip that over to Randy. So let's just say a closing is set up for
July 30th, just say.
July 30th. When would the first payment that the person who's closing on July 30th, when would their first payment be? You there? You look like you froze again. He's there. I can see him. I just don't know that he's moving.
Zero movement. Either he's plotting and trying not to move, or he's just...
There you are. Go ahead.
It would be September 1st.
September 1st. So think about that. If you're in an apartment, this gives you a full month of living virtually without any payment, and it allows you to furnish the house or do something else. Don't do it until after you close. Am I right, Mr. Rocky?
Right.
Yes, that's right.
That is absolutely right.
That's correct.
That's a real problem because it does damage to your back end ratios of income to credit. Yep. So anyway, so that's one of the reasons I brought this up. Also, other things to think about on Mondays: head to the gym for similar reasons. That Monday is a great day to start a new diet. It's also the perfect opportunity to hit your goals at the gym. Also, make the ultimate to-do list when it comes to goal setting. What better day of the week than to start things and lay them out on Monday? So those are some of the reasons to do things. The lists go on. There are 9 things that you should always do on a Monday, including buying a house. And we do something else I was going to bring up, Greg, because you and I have talked about this at length. We have tested bringing homes on the market on one specific day. What day was that?
Thursday. Well, Wednesdays or Thursdays, right before the start of the week to gain momentum. And it would actually go in line with what you were talking about. If that happens, then yeah, you're getting the most bang for your buck those first 3 days. And then usually that Monday starts over and everyone, I can't tell you how many sellers we talk to, they're like, oh, we didn't get any offers in first 3 days, I guess. And then they start thinking, oh, do we need to lower price? What's wrong? And, generally speaking, you're very lucky if you sell in the first 3 days. We usually start looking, 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks before you start doing price adjustments. We base it off of how many people are in the home, all that kind of good stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, so and we've done some tests on this. And in some cases, we'll find that putting a home on the market a Thursday night drives it into the weekend, but I think it all depends on price and location. If
Mhm.
the prices are in the 100,000 to 350,000 and it's in a great location, it doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't
what
matter.
day.
No, it don't matter. You put a sign
You're
in the yard
right.
before I have a chance to edit pictures, we'll have
Yeah.
5 or 6 calls on it ready to
Yep.
go. It's that crazy.
And I will tell you, we put a home on the market this past week, which is absolutely phenomenal. Lanesville, Indiana,
Mhm.
$850,000. Greg,
Gorgeous.
unbelievable. It has a phenomenal backyard pool. There's this a stream that's fed by a pump that is absolutely gorgeous. The interior is amazing, and the even before we put it up on the market on the Kentucky side, I think it was Tuesday night,
Mhm.
and we put it on the market on the Indiana side on Wednesday, and Tuesday night we already had calls on it from somebody who wants to look at it and potentially buy it. So the market is just, and it depends location, style, type, and it really comes down to the area that you want to sell or you're selling in, and the buyer is looking in that area. And that's why I should point out this is a perfect opportunity to tell you once again, we're trying something, folks. I've never done this before. I've been told by some friends around the country that this is something that we should do, so I'm doing it. It's a seller's workshop, and we're setting it up July 23rd, which happens to be a Thursday night, from 7 to 9 p.m. And we'll go over a variety of things. And it's a free, no obligation Zoom meeting that you'll be able to attend from your phone or a computer. And what we'll do is we'll go over pricing pitfalls, why photography is so important, how to make the best of the first 2 days on the market, simple fixes, how to get rid of stuff that maybe have accumulated in your house over a long period of time, and how to correctly set your pricing on your house. Additionally, to our team who will join us, Randy Rocky from Swan will also join us to talk about interest rates to help you learn about what to do for the next house that you're going to be buying as you're thinking about selling. There's, again, free, no obligation. Send me an email, bob@wesellouisville.com, and just put seller workshop in the subject line. And that will help us and help you. Reminder that if you want to see what people are saying about us, go to LouisvilleZillow.com. Again, LouisvilleZillow.com, also LouisvilleSellersTalk.com. We are out of time next week, by the way. What will homes look like in a post-pandemic world?
Mm.
Right?
Yeah,
Have
we
you
were talking
thought
to our
about
builder about how drop zones are gone. Sanitation stations are the future.
That's part of it. Mud rooms no longer there. Sanitation rooms. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more. So join us next Sunday.
Tiny homes. Tiny
Tiny
homes
homes
are going to
also.
be interesting.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's the voice of Randy Rocky, Swan Financial. Thanks for being here, buddy. 645-0736.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate you.
You got it, buddy. You owe me a penny. Also, Lee Harris, legal counsel, Limestone Title and Escrow. And you can reach Lee at 649-7964. And let me just tell you, we had sellers who were going out of town and needed to get a POA signed off, and Lee went to the place of employment. Lee Harris herself did that. That's going above and beyond. We thank you for that, Lee. You were great.
Absolutely.
On that. And you bet. My son Greg, who does a great job with marketing and our pictures and so much more. And you can reach me anytime on my cell phone at 376-5483. We will love to talk to you and help you, whether you're buying or selling. That's a wrap on today's show. We'll see you next Sunday, 8:30 a.m. on News Radio 840 WHAS.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys. So that's a wrap.
Bye.
Now, I know, Randy, do you need to get back in that meeting, or you're okay?
I think I'm okay. I think the meeting's over.
I got a suggestion. Greg has this brand new house out there in Norton Commons, and I feel like we could social distance, and he could have a little housewarming party. Invite us.
Right.
Once the BIA gets out of my hair, they think they still own this house at the current moment. Once we get those signatures on Randy's beautiful contract that we get signed up here, we'll make it happen.
I just had a heart attack for a second. I said to myself, were we recording this show? And thank goodness it was. I was like, oh my.
I saw record up in the top corner there.
Yeah, I know, but for some reason, that thing that goes through your mind, like, oh, thank God we were recording.
Otherwise, you could just have 30 minutes of blank space on Sunday. People would love that.
No, I'm going to go in and edit out the blank spaces where we go to Randy, nothing happens. The video will stay the same, but the actual
The radio portion.
show that airs, I'll sweeten it up a little bit so we don't have to worry about.
Well, that's like, Bob, nothing happens with me anytime. So this is that's
They just cut it all out.
Hey,
I
Greg,
think it's unfair
Casey.
I think it's unfair that Bob and Greg have like the largest microphones in the world.
This is Bob's old microphone, so you know.
But yeah, and he's got a big one too.
You know, we should clip that audio out, and that could be my phone ring.
Ha, ha, ha.
Okay. All right, I'm just not going to go there.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, before
Okay.
we get in any more trouble,
That's right. We're not going to go there. All right, guys, you have a great week. And Randy, I'll see
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks, Lee. I'll see you this
Thank you.
hopefully Monday for our closing.
Thank you.
Sounds great.
Thanks, guys.
See you
Take
then.
care.
Bye,
All right.
guys.
wow.
All right,
Okay,
bye-bye.
Bye bye.